What's up, everybody? It's me, Bryson Booker, and I'm back with another mic review just for you. Today we're going to be reviewing the Sennheiser E906 instrument microphone. It's mainly designed for electric guitar cabinet, so miking up a guitar cabinet easily, like literally drooping it in front of the guitar cabinet and saying, we're done miking. But it's also designed for other instruments too, like congas. It's designed for snare drums, toms, as well as some vocals. So this is kind of a general purpose instrument microphone, but its main selling point is miking up guitar cabinets, as well as congas. So let's just get right into the review here. So I originally got this for my birthday. I got some birthday money, and I'm like, I want to put it towards a microphone this year. Hey, I turned 21. Why not? So I did, and I picked up this 906. The other reason why I picked this up is I didn't want a microphone that can just do one job. I had a lot of vocal microphones, and so I'm like, I really need to expand my horizons, because the only other multi-purpose or instrument microphone that I had was an SM57, and we all know that the SM57 is pretty much an industry standard instrument mic, but my love of Sennheiser was really growing and growing and growing, and so I'm like, you know what? I want to add a Sennheiser instrument mic to my collection. I was going to go with the 609, but really the only thing that the 609 seemed to be good for was guitars. And to me, it's just like the 609 kind of had a scooped sound to it for guitars. So, and the build quality wasn't up to par. It's still a good microphone. If that's all you can afford, I would get that over a 57 in some applications, not all applications. But it only did one source well, and to me, it just did that source decently well. I believe that the 906 kind of excels at its application, miking guitar cabinets, as well as other things like vocals and congas and snares. So I picked this up because I know I wanted to use this on a multitude of things besides its intended use. So that's why I ended up getting the 906. And plus, it has a better build quality than the 609 in a sense. You still got that plastic here that, if you hit it in the right place, it'll probably crack it. But it's a stronger front head. It has a much stronger grill. You have the E logo right here. I love it when companies do this, at least when they used to do it. They used to put their logos and their names on their products outside, out of the front or something. So Sennheiser kind of did that. They kind of put their cool little E logo on the back there. And then you have the full name, the Sennheiser 906. And then here is a unique feature of this microphone. You have a 3-position EQ switch. So obviously the top position boosts the treble, so it's a high boost. Now when we talk about high, we're talking about 3K and above. So it kind of boosts around 3 or 4K and a little bit above to give kind of guitars more presence. So if you have a guitarist that's using a whole bunch of pedals and it's sounding really, really mushy and your EQ is just not being your friend, you can turn on the high boost here and it'll lift up in that 3K range as well as 3 to 5K range and just give a little bit of more definition to the guitar. You have a center switch, which is just flat, and then you have a treble or high cut switch, which does what it says. If you have an extremely bright guitar sound and you want to kind of darken it up a little bit, go to the treble cut. But that's about it. And my camera stopped working. You have gold-plated XLR cables, or gold-plated XLR connectors. That may not mean much, but you get it on here. And that's about it. It does come with a stand adapter, which I don't have on it currently, as well as this very, very flimsy and very, very hard to get on mic clip. This mic clip is a pain in the butt. I was kind of sad when I realized that I had to take the mic clip off in order to show you the 3-position switch as well as the body of the microphone. This thing is a pain in the butt to get on. And guys, this is just one of those microphones that won't go on any kind of clip. You either have to have their clip or some sort of really skinny clip for this to go on. But it is really hard. That's one of the downsides, is the mic clip. It's just like, Sennheiser, come on, guys. It is so hard to get this mic on this clip. It's utterly ridiculous. But I think that's the main downside. The good things about this microphone is, the good things outweigh the bad, definitely. So I'm going to stop my yapping here. Again, the main downside is the clip, because that's a really sucky clip. And you got to squeeze this thick microphone into this small of a clip. That's what depresses me. But I'll let you hear how it sounds on my voice. There are plenty of videos here on YouTube and even on Facebook that show this microphone on guitar cabinets. I don't have a guitar cabinet, nor do I have a guitar anymore. So I can't do that. I can only test it on my voice. Plenty of videos on here showcase this thing up against the SM57 as well as against the 609. So I would encourage you to check out those videos from better people who don't film in their basement like me. They know what they're doing, trust me. I'm just going to test it on my voice and let you make a decision after other videos you may watch about this thing. Okay, guys, right now I'm talking into the Sennheiser E906. I have the setting on flat, so it doesn't sound great on my voice, obviously, because this is probably not the setting that you want to use on a vocal. But if you don't have any other microphone and you need to use something, I would definitely recommend a pop filter. You hear all that breath noise coming from it, so you'll need a pop filter, definitely. As well as make sure you have a high-pass filter, too, with it. But it's just going to give you a very neutral sound. It's not scooped. It's still round. It's not going to color anything. It's just really going to give what your guitarist is giving you. So then you can shape it however you wish. Check. One thing I want to mention is this is a super cardioid microphone, which means it's primarily going to pick up in front of the microphone. It kind of has a very narrow pattern to where it's just going to pick up in front. So one of the problems I was having with this live, if you put this by a very loud source like a drum kit, it will pick up some of the low frequency content from that drum kit, because it's like some of the low end, you can get some of like the cymbals and the hi-hats, as well as some toms, depending on how hard the drummer hits it. It'll come through this guy, at least the back of it, the rear of it. So just make sure you don't have it around too many loud sources, because that's kind of the issue that I had in a sense. It was around some loud sources like drums. The amp was facing the drums, and this guy was kind of picking up cymbals and hi-hats as I was listening through it through the PFL. So just keep that in mind. But it's a really good sounding microphone. I love it. Watch some better videos that showcase this on guitar. Sorry, I don't have a guitar with me, but it's a really good microphone.